Welcome back to Mocha at Marchelle's, the place where the conversations are warm, honest, and brewed with a little grace. I'm your host, Stavonne Marchelle, and today I'm sipping on a tall, dark roast coffee that I made right here at home. Now listen, y'all know I love me a good Starbucks run. That caramel ribbon crunch can take me out every time, but today's episode is about financial fitness. And sometimes that starts with the smallest choices, like choosing the at-home brew over the $7 latte. It's the little shifts that build the big changes. And that's exactly the season that we're walking into. So there's a moment after every life wipeout where you come up for air, but you're not really breathing yet. You're functioning, you're doing the basics, you're going through the motions, but inside, you're kind of still in shock. Maybe your wipeout was a job loss. Maybe it was a breakup or a divorce. Maybe it was a medical crisis in your family. Maybe it was a partner struggle with addiction. Maybe it was an unexpected financial blow that knocked everything out of rhythm. And here's the real truth. Most Americans are one major life episode away from their own wipeout. Not because they're irresponsible, but because life can flip in a single moment while the financial foundation is still being built brick by brick. This episode is for anyone who's ever said, I don't know how I'm going to recover from this, or how did everything get so tight so fast, or Lord, I need a reset and I need it now. And speaking of resets, if this is a season where life is shifting you, stretching you, or positioning you into something new, whether it's downsizing, relocating, stepping into home ownership, or trying to rebuild stability, you don't have to navigate it alone. Alongside this podcast, I'm also a full-time realtor here in Southern California. I help families buy, sell, invest, and take those first steps into generational wealth with clarity, integrity, and heart. So if you're thinking about your next move, or even if you're unsure how to start preparing, reach out. I'd be honored to walk that path with you. Okay, so back to after the wipeout comes a quieter chapter, the chapter that nobody really glamorizes. It's called acceptance. And acceptance is not defeat. It's acknowledgement. It's maturity. It's emotional intelligence. It's that moment when you stop pretending everything is fine and you start telling yourself the truth. It's the moment you stop performing strength and you start practicing it. It's the moment you say, this is where I am, but it's not where I'm staying. This space is tender. It's humbling. It's where shame loses its voice and truth steps in. It's where you can finally ask the real questions without feeling judged. Acceptance is the beginning of rebuilding, not the panic, not the pressure, but from clarity. And speaking of rebuilding, one of the things that helped my own family during our reset season was finding small ways to bring joy back into the home. Little things that made life easier, more organized, or just a little brighter. That's actually why we created Our Family Store, a curated shop run by me and my kids. We handpick products we love, use, and we stand behind them. From kitchen must-haves to tech gadgets to lifestyle items you didn't even know you needed. It's all chosen with intention. And because you're part of the Mocha at Marchelle's community, you can shop with a 10% off discount code using JOIN10 at checkout. Visit ourfamilystore.net and thank you in advance for supporting our family business. So let's ground ourselves with truth. Only a small portion of Americans have 3 months of savings, and even fewer have 6 months. And a massive portion of hardworking people are living paycheck to paycheck. And again, it's not because they want to, but because financially, the math just isn't mathing. It's time we remove the shame from financial vulnerability. Because most people aren't financially weak, they're financially unprepared. We can't change the past, but we can absolutely prepare for the future. Financial readiness doesn't happen in one big leap. It happens in layers. So, layer 1 is understanding your money story. We all grew up with a money story. Some of us grew up with scarcity, some with survival, some with comfort, some with silence, like nobody talked about money at all. And your money behavior today often traces back to whatever you witnessed growing up. You're not just managing dollars, you're healing patterns. And then layer 2 is budgeting with compassion. Budgeting is not punishment. It's not restriction. It's not deprivation. But budgeting is clarity. It's peace. It's truth. I'm not talking about those budgets that make you feel like you have to cut out every single joy. No, I'm talking about compassionate budgeting. Budgets that honor your season and not shame it. Layer 3, building reserves, slowly, without shame. I don't care if you start with $5 a week. I don't care if it's $20 a month. Consistency beats intensity every time. Your emergency fund isn't a flex. It's protection. Layer 4, understanding credit without fear. Credit is not morality. It doesn't tell the story of who you are. It tells the story of what you've been through. We're going to talk about that this season more in the season. Credit basics, utilization, rebuilding after hardship, negotiating your interest rates, and making credit work for you, not against you. Layer 5 is creating an emergency plan that's realistic. Preparedness isn't perfection. Preparedness is structure. Your realistic emergency plan may include a small reserve, knowing local resources, streamlining subscriptions, setting up auto savings, creating a side income stream, getting financially literate enough to make confident decisions. You don't need a 6-month reserve tomorrow. You need a plan today. Layer 6, financial micro habits that change everything. This season, we're going to break it down. Financial check-ins, mindful spending, envelope methods, bill batching, subscription audits, side hustles with intention, how to use windfalls wisely, and low-cost habits that build real financial strength. Financial readiness isn't about having money. It's about having options. And speaking of stepping into the next season, sometimes you need to treat yourself to an experience that reminds you of who you are becoming. If you're looking for elevated, reliable transportation, date night, airport runs, business events, check out Lux Life Transportation. Beautiful vehicles, professional drivers, and service rooted in excellence. Because sometimes the journey deserves to feel just as good as the destination. So, this episode is the bridge between who you were and who you're becoming. It's the place where compassion meets accountability, tenderness meets truth, and hope meets strategy. Financial literacy is more than numbers. It's identity. It's dignity. It's healing. It's rebuilding trust in yourself. You survived the wipeout. You sat in the acceptance. Now, let's prepare. Your money story is not over. It's evolving. So thank you for sipping with me today. Thank you for choosing this space for honesty, healing, and preparation. I'm Stavonne Marchelle, and this is Mocha at Marchelle's, where we sip, learn, heal, and rise. Until next time, take one small intentional financial step this week. Just one. Your future self is already thanking you. You've been listening to Mocha at Marchelle's, where conversations meet clarity and growth becomes a lifestyle. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who would love these conversations too. Your support helps this community grow and keeps these conversations flowing. I'm Stavonne Marchelle, and until next time, keep showing up, keep learning, and keep becoming.